Last year we interviewed a few characters for the run-in to the 2020 Brisbane to Gladstone race, and with the race cancelled, these interviews never saw the light of day. Until now, that is. In the fourth and final in our series of the B2G 2020 The Lost Tapes, I was lucky enough to spend an afternoon on board the beautiful South Pacific-2, the official start boat of past years and again for this year's Gladstone Ports Corporation Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race. Inviting me on board was Rob Siganto, owner of South Pacific-2 and former owner and current skipper Ron Jenyns, who doubles as the ship's historian. I asked Rob, with only a select few getting on board these official start boats, what's it like being in the middle of everything?
As everyone knows, it's a bit of chaos there for the first hour or the pre-hour before the starting gun goes off, and then out of nowhere all the boats start to assemble before the actual starting gun fires, and then a big monster boat or a big super boat like Blackjack appears out of nowhere, and it's just quite spectacular watching that size boat plough through the flotilla of other boats and make a very spectacular start. So watching that last year will be memorable for years to come.
Ron, what are some of the stats of this magnificent boat?
Yeah, well, she's 72 feet. I mean, we still tend to talk feet in vessels, but old boys do anyway. And 72 feet by a beam of 18 feet and a draft of 6'6". And she's got a couple of engines that were actually constructed for the vessel by General Motors in US. Mr. Webb gave a briefing. He wanted engines that had a maximum RPM of 1500 RPM and go through 3-to-1 gearboxes with large propellers so that she would be a great ocean-going vessel. And General Motors did all that, packed it up, and the motors were sent to Australia for the Norman Wrights to install them. To give you some idea how fussy Mr. Webb was, he purchased timber 3 years in advance of the boat and had the timber laid up and seasoned. And so she's constructed a absolutely beautiful red river gun. And according to Norman Wrights, I talked to them only recently, they told me that as far as the hull is concerned, it'll probably go another 60 years.
So Rob, how did you come into ownership?
It's a crazy story. I was looking for a boat and been looking around for a while, and South Pacific had been on the market, and I come up with these crazy projects, and this was definitely one of them. I bought South Pacific in 2014 off Ron, and 5 years later it's still sitting here on his jetty, so it's worked out really well with having Ron as part of the deal.